There's one powder you can stir directly into your morning coffee that researchers say may support your joints, your skin, and your muscle strength, all at the same time. And most people over 60 have never tried it. It has almost no taste, it dissolves completely, and it takes about 10 seconds to add to a routine you already have every single day. Stick around, because I'm going to walk through exactly what the research says it does, how much to use, and one mistake that can make it far less effective. Hi everyone, welcome back to Wise Body Wellness. Today we're talking about collagen peptide powder, and specifically why so many people are adding it straight into their coffee rather than taking it as a separate supplement. This isn't a miracle powder, and I want to be upfront about that from the start, but the research behind it, especially for joint comfort, skin elasticity, and muscle maintenance in people over 60, is more substantial than a lot of trendy supplements you'll see online. Let's break down what's actually going on. Why peptides specifically, not just any collagen? Not all collagen products are created equal, and this distinction matters more than most marketing lets on. Collagen peptides, sometimes labeled hydrolyzed collagen, go through a process that breaks the large collagen protein down into much smaller chains of amino acids. This matters because whole collagen protein is actually quite difficult for the digestive system to break down and absorb efficiently on its own. Hydrolyzed collagen peptides, on the other hand, are small enough to be absorbed directly into the bloodstream with relatively little digestive effort. Several studies using labeled collagen peptides have actually tracked them appearing in the bloodstream within about an hour of consumption, and some research has found these peptides accumulating specifically in skin and cartilage tissue, suggesting the body may direct them toward the areas that need rebuilding most. Joint comfort and cartilage support. Let's start with the benefit most people are actually looking for when they try this. Joint comfort, cartilage, the smooth tissue that cushions your joints and allows them to move without friction, is made up largely of collagen. As collagen production declines with age, cartilage can become thinner and less resilient, which is part of why joint stiffness and discomfort become so much more common after 60, even without a formal arthritis diagnosis. Researchers believe collagen peptides may work in a couple of different ways here. First, by providing the raw amino acid building blocks needed for the body's own cartilage repair processes. Second, and more interestingly, some research suggests that specific collagen peptide fragments may actually signal cartilage cells directly, encouraging them to produce more of their own collagen, almost like a chemical reminder to the body to keep up its repair work. Now here's the benefit that actually gets the most research attention of all, and it might not be the one you'd expect. Muscle mass and strength. We've talked in previous videos about how muscle mass naturally declines with age, a process called sarcopenia, and why protein intake plays such a critical role in slowing that decline. Collagen peptides add an interesting angle to this conversation, though it's worth noting the research here is a bit different from a complete protein source like eggs or meat. Researchers believe this may be related to collagen's role in connective tissue, specifically the tendons and structures that transmit force from muscle to bone. Stronger, more resilient connective tissue may allow muscles to generate and transmit force more effectively during exercise, which could partly explain why the combination outperformed exercise alone in these studies. It's important to understand this benefit requires the exercise component to show up clearly in research. Collagen peptides alone, without any accompanying physical activity, haven't shown the same muscle-building effect. This lines up with something we've emphasized in earlier videos on this channel. No single food or supplement replaces movement, but the right nutrition can meaningfully amplify what movement does for your body. Gut lining support. Here's a less commonly discussed benefit that's gained more research interest recently. The lining of your digestive tract relies partly on collagen for its structural integrity, and some researchers have begun exploring whether collagen peptide supplementation may support gut lining health, particularly in older adults. The digestive tract lining naturally becomes somewhat less resilient with age, and some smaller studies have found that collagen peptides may help support the mucosal lining of the gut, potentially playing a role in reducing digestive discomfort and supporting healthy nutrient absorption. This area of research is still at a considerably earlier stage compared to the joint and skin research we covered earlier, so it's worth treating this benefit as promising rather than proven. That said, Given how much of the immune system and overall health is connected to gut health, it's an area researchers are increasingly interested in, and it may turn out to be one of the more significant benefits of consistent collagen peptide use as more research comes out over the next several years. Bone density considerations. Bone tissue, much like cartilage and skin, has a significant collagen component, roughly making up about a third of bone's overall structure, working alongside minerals like calcium to give bone both strength and flexibility. Without adequate collagen, bone can become more brittle even when calcium levels are otherwise normal. This doesn't mean collagen peptides replace calcium or vitamin D for bone health, and anyone with diagnosed osteoporosis should absolutely continue following their doctor's specific treatment plan. But as a complementary piece of an overall bone health strategy, particularly for older adults concerned about bone density, this research adds another reasonable point in favor of consistent collagen intake. How much to use and when? So how much collagen peptide powder should you actually use, and does it matter when you take it? Most of the clinical research showing benefit for joints and skin use somewhere between 10 and 15 grams of collagen peptides daily, which typically translates to about 1 to 2 tablespoons of powder, depending on the specific product. One practical note: collagen peptides dissolve completely in hot liquid, including coffee, without clumping or significantly altering taste or texture, which is different from gelatin, a related but distinct product that will actually gel and thicken when it cools. If you're shopping for this, look specifically for hydrolyzed collagen peptides or collagen peptide powder on the label, not plain gelatin, since they behave very differently in hot liquid, and gelatin hasn't been studied in the same way for these specific benefits. Where the collagen actually comes from. It's worth knowing what you're actually buying here, since collagen peptide powders can come from a few different sources. Most commonly, they're derived from bovine sources, meaning cattle, or marine sources, meaning fish skin and scales that would otherwise be discarded during food processing. Some products use porcine, or pork-derived, collagen as well. Marine collagen has drawn particular research interest recently, with some studies suggesting its smaller peptide size may allow for even faster absorption compared to bovine sources, though the overall research comparing sources head-to-head is still limited. For most people, either bovine or marine collagen peptides show similar benefits in the research we've covered today, so the choice often comes down to personal preference, dietary restrictions, or in some cases, cost, since marine collagen tends to be somewhat more expensive. Who should be careful? As with every supplement we've covered on this channel, it's worth being honest about who should exercise more caution here. Collagen peptides are generally considered very safe for most adults, with a strong safety record across the clinical trials we've referenced today. That said, a few groups should check with their doctor first. Anyone with a known allergy to fish or shellfish should specifically avoid marine-derived collagen products and look for bovine sources instead, or check with their doctor before trying either. People managing kidney disease should also talk to their doctor before adding a concentrated protein supplement like collagen peptides to their daily routine, since managing protein intake carefully is often an important part of kidney disease treatment plans. Setting realistic expectations. Before we wrap up, I want to bring this back to something honest. Collagen peptide powder is not a miracle cure, and the research, while genuinely encouraging for joints, skin, muscle support, and bone density, shows gradual, modest improvements over consistent use across months, not dramatic overnight transformations. Anyone promising instant results with a supplement like this isn't representing the actual research accurately. What the research does support is that consistent daily use, combined with the other habits we've discussed on this channel, adequate protein intake, regular movement, good sleep, and a nutrient-dense diet, may meaningfully support the structural tissues that naturally decline with age. It's one tool among several, not a replacement for any of the others. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe. We cover research-backed health topics for people over 60 every week, and we always try to give you the full picture, including the limits of what any single food or supplement can actually do. If you missed our video on the fruit researchers are watching for kidney health, I'll link it right here. Small, consistent additions to a routine you already have really can add up over months and years. See you in the next one.